Hello everyone and welcome to a new vanilla multiplayer series. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on a video. Now also please make sure to subscribe to all other 5 creators taking part in this multiplayer collaboration series. Joy Build Cities, Valley Lad Gaming, Raid Kitty, Shukaboa, and Graddles. Their channels will all be linked in the description down below. Make sure to subscribe to each member of the Skyline 6 so that you don't miss out on the next video in this vanilla multiplayer collaboration series. Now the crew and I also have a Discord server, which is going to be a hub for all of the Skyline 6 content, as well as for the content of each of our own channels. The link to join the Discord server is going to be also in the description down below. Now, if you're new to my channel, hello. My name is Steven, Cities by Steven as you may know me, and I am a Canadian City Skylines YouTuber, and on my channel I post Let's Plays where I build Canadian themed cities. I'm currently building an Alberta themed city named Fort Prairie. Please come check it out. I'm really enjoying that series. Now, Steven, what's the dealio with this series? What is this? Well, this is a vanilla multiplayer series in which I was graciously invited to join by the 5 other lovely members of the crew, and I'm so lucky that I get to bat lead off for this series. So this is going to be built on a vanilla map which is found in the Steam Workshop called Morato by Corinna, and I am so excited to build on this map. It looks stunning and I cannot wait to kind of peruse around the map with you all and show you all the cool features before we get building. Now, the only mods that we're going to be using in this series, because it is a vanilla series, are camera and lighting mods, as well as Purchase It, which will allow us to use all 25 tiles, all 25 vanilla tiles. Now, I am not a vanilla player. I rely heavily on Move It and whatnot, so please bear with me during this series, because there will be some times when I'm like looking for a mod and I just can't use it because it's vanilla. So, please bear with me. Now, in this episode, I'm going to try and get us to the 3rd milestone. And then I will hand it off, the save file, to Joy Build Cities for the next week's episode. And this series is going to come out weekly on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And, if I missed any other housekeeping notes, everything is going to be down in the description below. And also, at any point in any of our videos, please feel free to leave a comment or suggestion in the comment section down below. So, like I said, we are going to try and get to the 3rd milestone in today's video, but first, I said we were going to take a quick peruse around the map. So here we are in our vanilla multiplayer collaboration series, and this is Morato by Corinna. It is a stunning map. I absolutely love it. It is very cool. Tons of really unique features. We have this beautiful interchange. I am just mesmerized by this interchange. I love how the rail goes right through it. It's just stunning. Now, if we take a trip down this highway, we get to our first interchange, and I believe this is where I'm going to be starting off today. Now, since we use Purchase It, I could have started anywhere on this map, but there's only 2 pre-built on-ramps, off-ramps. So we're going to be working off of this one today, but let's take a quick peek down the highway still, over top of this beautiful river, which flows down from the mountain, and we get to a pre-built industrial core with a diamond interchange. Very nice. Then we also have a rail line that goes all the way from over here, all the way around the mountain. It goes up to this interchange over here, and it comes right back to where we were at our highway interchange. Now, if we go the other way, and we go this direction, we see a beautiful connection, or a beautiful set of islands over here with a nice peninsula. This island sticks out into what I'm assuming is the ocean over here, which is just absolutely fantastic. If we zoom in over here, we have a really cool little feature as well with some piers. That'd be a really fun little build. What a nice little cove right here. Valley. Oh, and there's also what looks like a castle over here. I can't zoom out over there. That's very cool. Yeah, this map would be fantastic with the 81 tiles mod, because like this area over here would be such a nice area to build like a beach resort or something like that. That'd be really cool. But over here we have a lot of plains, which is very nice. I can see like a cool farming area set up over here or something like that, especially with it being beside these two highways. Yeah, very nice. And then over here, you know, across the mountain ranges, just absolutely great buildable land. Yeah, this mountain is just incredible. Corinna did a fantastic job on this map. You know, I was just looking around and where to build, and I was just, you know, mesmerized by these mountain landscapes. Just stunning. All right, so how do you start a city, Steven? I guess that is really the true question of an episode 1 in any series. Now, what I do is I do Let's Plays, so we kind of go through every single tiny detail of a build. I don't really cut anything. So here's my little tips and tricks. We're going to go through kind of how I start a city and the priority list of what to get done first. So pretty much what you got going on here is, you know, a simple Dunbell Dogbone interchange, which is, you know, amazingly detailed. That's just incredible. So my first, you know, big tip is you need to save as much money as possible on your roads. So what we're going to do is, first of all, waste money. Yeah, very funny, right? So we're going to just build the smallest road possible, which is $40 or monies, whatever the currency is. And then we're going to delete it. And why did we do that? Well, because by building a road, we unlock dirt roads, and dirt roads here are, you know, the cheapest way of building. Now, what is the plan? Now that we kind of have our roads, what is the plan going to be? Well, I was thinking about building the first town in this series in this area right here, like this whole little thing. It's not going to be, you know, the whole area for a couple of reasons, because it seems like the map builder Corinna kind of sectioned off pieces of land with what or with trees, and what that kind of marks is, you know, land borders, land claims, land purchases. So this is someone's property, this is someone's property. So it kind of lets me gives me the idea that, you know, a town would probably have been built up around here. Now, I don't know if one day we're just going to, you know, buy up all these individual pieces of land and we're going to have this being the giant downtown core. You know, I'm not sure how the city's going to flow through everyone and everyone's ideas, but I kind of see the idea of getting roads down the sides of these tree borders. And right in here, seems to me like it is a great spot for a town for a couple of reasons. One, we're close to the highway. I mean, that's one reason. But here's another one. The ocean's over here. This is kind of like a natural bay. It seems like a natural position to kind of have a town pop up. And then, you know, every town needs to be supported by fresh water. This looks like a river that starts over here. So we have access to fresh water right away. We also have, you know, very farmable land. So a town would have spawned up here because people could have farmed this land, and it's also very clear because the map builder kind of suggested that. We also have this spot over here, which is also kind of not sectioned off as tightly as these ones. So I'm thinking this is also like a unique spot to get a town, or, you know, maybe more modern construction of a town. So what I'm thinking about doing is bringing a road from here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring it either on this side of the trees or this side of the trees. And we're going to try to use these trees as kind of our guidelines for the original road layout. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use freeform. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to curve it out a little bit first to about here. Then we're going to curve it to about here. Yep. And then we're not going to use too much of a grid for now. And then what we'll do is we'll just emerge into this open field right about there. Now in this area, there's also this unique little feature here. It looks like an abandoned housing development. Could be original settlers. Well, there's some cars. I'm not sure when this area is built up. I don't think we really have much of a lore going on. It is episode 1. If you have any lore suggestions for the series, always feel free to put them in the comment section down below. But I really like how this looks. I think they could either be like potentially a museum in the future, like a pioneer village kind of thing. It could just be an abandoned subdivision. That's cool enough on itself, right? So maybe we could have other subdivisions like this one, and this one's abandoned. Maybe there was a fire, an earthquake, or something like that. So what I'm thinking is right about here, we will bring a road out. Now, I am so reliant on mods, everyone, that I will totally be confused about where things are. So just please bear with me, like I said. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut through this land, and we're going to go from about here right here, and then we're going to go in this direction. So I'm going to stop right there because I don't want to go any farther. And then what we'll have is we'll have a junction right here where we'll curve out like so. All right, so that kind of gives us a base of where things are going to go. We have an option for a really larger town over on this side with the direct route into our highway area. But now that we've kind of got the original road planned out, I can kind of see a few things. This looks to me like a modern subdivision area, and that is going to be really helpful for growing the town. But we also need to start thinking about where our services are going to go now that we kind of have some of our road laid out. I don't mind using this area for housing either, but using these original paths is helpful for planning out a city, especially a non-gridded city, in a city with a unique landscape like this. So I'm thinking the power plant is probably going to have to be over in this side for a couple of reasons. We're going to try and keep the pollution away. Now, what I like doing is thinking about the first power plants as temporary, but they need to be in a location that is not exactly going to be the most desired land. And I think right at the foothill of this mountain might be useful. So what I'm thinking is we bring this one out. We'll bring it out in a straight line to about there. And then what we'll do is we'll run it alongside the mountain on this side. Yeah, I think if we do something like this, that could work. And then this one, we're just going to draw straight in like that. Hopefully the grids stayed correct. Looks like it did. And then from here, what we'll do is we'll just draw a straight line down to about here. And maybe one day we can get a future bridge or connection over into here, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. So I like to use the land close to the interchange for the first power plant. And why is that? Well, it has a lot of noise pollution. I don't think we can check out the noise pollution yet, but right beside the highway, it's undesirable land. And I'm thinking right in this pocket, right in here, is probably the least desirable land to live in. So we're going to put our power plant in there. Also, the pollution, oh yeah, but the pollution might destroy some of these trees, and I don't want to destroy any trees around these interchanges. So I think we might try to push it back into this area over here. So let's go for a slight grid, nothing too crazy though, to about there, and we'll get our power plant. So now that we've got our first roads laid out, let's get our power plant going. So yeah, here we can see our pollution level. It's the red circle. So I'm thinking if we plop it down right about here, we minimize any destruction of trees. We could even go on this side actually. Now I'm only thinking about the trees around the interchange itself. These trees I'm not too worried about in the sense of keeping them. So let's go right about here. There we go. And now we have some power, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to have this power line go from this area. We're just going to bring it right over top of the road. Now it looks like we're going to need to go right about here. Nice. And then in. just kind of pre-planning the extension of power over top of the highway into what's going to be a future subdivision. So next we need water, and we'll only plan with the water. Well, I guess we can plan out part of it. Part of that is going to be the inland water treatment plant. I think that's the best way to go for this map. So what we're going to do is we're going to just use this land. So we're looking at these circles here. I think we could probably use this area for a temporary water treatment plant, and I'm thinking temporary because I don't know if one of our friends, one of the Skyline 6 members of the crew, would like to build a water treatment plant for themselves one day, like as a individual build or something. So then we're just going to use the same right of way that we're kind of prioritizing. Now in real life, you definitely wouldn't see that too often, bringing a pipe right under a highway like that. There would probably be some different infrastructure challenges like that, because if a pipe failed under there, they'd have to dig up the highway, and that would not be fun. So I like to try to keep the water pipes under the roads. Now I do have a kind of joke on my channel that I always forget water pipes, and it is true. I forget water pipes all the time. So if you see me forget about water, I swear I'm not trying to, like, it's just me. I always just forget about the water pipes. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to have the extension into this modern suburb right about here, and it's going to be we're probably going to need like at least 2 entrances in and out of here onto this road. So what I'm thinking is we put one right about here. And why right here? Well, we already have a node right here. I don't want to get it too close to the roundabout either. So let's bring it out to about there. That's good. And then we could use this same node here, but that would be quite the road junction, wouldn't it? Yes, perhaps we go right about here. So I want to try and keep in line with this as much as we can. Hopefully that pulled the node. It looks like it did pull the node. That is good. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to bring this road out in a straight direction. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to curve this road around the tree line right here. Right to... Actually, let's plan this one out first. This one's going to come out straight to about here. And of course, right at the last second, I moved my mouse and I, eliminated that beautiful straight road that we had. All right, fantastic. Maybe one day we could curve these together into a bridge or something like that. So maybe I could plan that out a little bit. What we'll do, or maybe what happened is the highway removed a previous connection right here. That could be a unique little theme that we have. Okay, so now I'm actually going to call a bit of a mulligan on this road. We're going to try and maximize our space with as large of lots as possible. So that means an 8-sized grid. 8 units. And there we go. In this grid right here, we have a really properly sized lot. Very suburban. I think if we come on an angle right about here, I don't want to connect up right here because I think it might be unique if we try... Let's delete that. Let's bring this out as far as we can. So this one's going to be a bit smaller. We could connect it up like that. Or... if I just, again, call a bit of a mulligan. Bring this one out over here. This is where the next proper grid line would be. We could connect them up like that. And then we'll delete this one. And we'll try to find that same angle we had to connect up over here, or to make it look like at one point we had a connection over there. All right, fantastic. So right in here, I'm just gonna, just zone in right now, just in this area right through here. I think that's probably good. Let's get a house right there. Now, I like being pretty picky with my road, with my houses. And I feel like right along the highway here, there would probably be a fence or a tree or something like that. And right through here, we'll also need to think about that. So let's go to about here. Or these can all be smaller houses. Could even start breaking them up a little bit so that we get individual lots. Then this one could be a bit larger as well. All right, so we'll let that come in, and then we'll go back. Oh, I just want to look for the picker mod. We don't have that, Steven. And we'll swing that one down. And you might be asking, like, why did you choose this grid, Steven? Why this, right? Well, there's no reason. Sometimes grids are just formed because they maximize the use of the land. And say there was an older road here that curved in, it just makes sense to kind of use this road as the basis for a modern suburban kind of grid. Now, we do need water. We did say that. So one thing we're going to need to pay attention to is potential pollution. And I think we're probably in the clear if we were to use, say, a spot right over here. Now, why am I looking at building a road or a water tower over here? Well, usually around interchanges is city property. City buys up a right of way to build a road. Now, oftentimes what happens is when you build the road, they actually don't buy the exact size they need. What they do is they buy the land they need for the road, and then they have an easement on either end of it, and oftentimes a right of way which is purchased for the road. So say the road is like, I don't know, 40 feet across. They actually buy like 66 feet across, and then they have an easement to 100 feet on top of that. So within that border is often, or within that buffer, is often still city land, even after. See, like I forgot water. Even after they've built the road. So what I'm thinking is right about here would be a good spot for a water tower. So what we'll do is, for the purpose of saving money, I am going to try and build under the road still, but I'm going to try and also maximize our coverage. So I think if I go right here, we're kind of not maximizing our coverage, but I think that works still. All right, so we're good there. Hopefully they actually get their water. Let's throw it to 3 speed, and let's start thinking about zoning up some more. So I know a house just got built there, but I think a house right there is fine. Everywhere else, I'm okay with just kind of leaving as a blank space. I think that works. Then right through here, yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not too sure about how we're going to use that land. Usually I rely on the zoning adjuster mod to kind of help me out. It gives us a bit more space. So I don't think there would be any buildings on this side of Anna Blackwell Road, and instead this would probably be some commercial zoning. Now, I don't see commercial happening anywhere until about here. Just the way the road kind of is planned out. So I think we can get some commercial right here, and then we'll get some right there as well. Hopefully that is a-okay. Now, I did say we're going to try and get to the 3rd milestone. Now, I really don't think that's going to be the case because I spent a little too much time talking today, but you know, that is okay. But we'll see. We have a ton of industrial demand, so I'm going to have to focus on that. So we have this road right through here coming through. I can see us splitting off the main road here. Now I'm going to try to leave enough space so that we can upgrade these roads, which is why I don't really mind, you know, placing some temporary commercial right here. But I could see this road getting upgraded in the future. We are kind of having our water through here. So I do need to think about that. So what I'll do here is I'll just build a road to about here, so we have enough space to put a couple water treatment plants in this area for the time being. But let's choose this one for no reason at all. And then we'll go off of here. And this one is going to be a bit smaller on this side. That's okay. And then what we'll do is we'll just start filling up this area with zoning. Now, it isn't just important to not overzone. I'm thinking this will probably be good for today. And then we can always add in a couple more roads in between too. That's always fun. Why don't we go with a bit of a smaller grid? Here. There we go. So we'll get the game simming again. Bring this one down, and let's go also back to a 6-unit kind of sized grid. There we go. Now, no pedestrians can actually walk across this road. So everyone going over here is going to have to drive. Which is why I'm thinking one day we could turn this into maybe a tunnel connection where people could walk. But we definitely don't have enough money for that at all. Now, do we have water? We don't. Now, I actually remembered that time, which is a first. So let's bring water down to here. Hopefully that is going to be good enough. Now we do have some commercial demand now, so now we need to start thinking about where a commercial center is going to be for our city. Now, I did say I wanted to just kind of focus on building the modern suburban and industry area today, mainly because I definitely don't have the time nor the monetary resources to do that in this game, or in this episode. So I'm thinking we make this modern extension today. We kind of leave open some areas to tease for some other builders. So let's bring this right here. I think this is a great spot for a main road. Hey, little Hamlet. That's milestone 1. So we've unlocked landfills, elementary school, med, clinic, recycling, community school, elementary school. Okay, fantastic. Taxes, loan, garbage, healthcare. Fantastic. Okay, so let's pause the game because we do need to focus on how we're going to get commercial through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build this road to about here. And I'm going to cut right through to about there. There we go. That gives us some opportunity. And then what we'll do here is I'm just going to bring this one out and in to about right here. I think this makes sense, especially if this is going to be like a port or, a fishing harbor or something like that. We could do that. And then this one could come out over here. I could definitely see us having a bit of a slip lane like that with a one-way system onto this road. But I mean, that's some rough planning. Now, I did say we're going to talk about what my priority list is. Priority list number 1, once you unlock the first milestone, landfill. Get your landfill in as soon as possible. So you get that monetary bonus, put it right in the landfill right away. Don't forget, because it can really clog up your city. Priority number 2 is probably going to be a med clinic. Honestly, you might want to forget about schools until level milestone 2 or 3. So let's follow that rule, and what we'll do is we'll get a landfill in, and we also have a recycling center. Now, this one costs 1,600 or 16,000. This one costs 4,000. I'm definitely going to start with the landfill first because it's a lot cheaper. And what I like doing is sticking them in a location that I don't want to touch for a little while. So the thing about this though is I don't know where other people are going to start building. Right along here, we're getting a bit too close to water. If we get a road out over here, we could try to drag it and get the landfill out over in this area. this area seems like it's a larger open lot, so maybe it's not, you know, a farmer's field or something like that, or maybe it is. Maybe it's a nice pasture that they use. So what I'm thinking, this is tough. This is tough. I also definitely don't want it on this side of the highway. I want to keep it on this side. So what I'll do here is I'll get a road, probably this one, bring it out, and I think I'll stick it right here. So let's grab this one. Let's go with this one. Let's go to about here. Actually, let's plan it out a little bit better. So this is where I want the road. So we'll just go with a straight road right here. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll go into curve and try to find that guideline. You know what? Let's get it right here. There we go. And then, are we still on a bit of a weird angle here? It looks like we are. Okay, well maybe what we'll do is we'll bring it out like that, and then we'll curve in or something. Yeah, I think that'll work out a little bit better. Just gonna cut through these trees. I should probably be deleting these, but that is okay. Let's go with freeform. Just wondering what was messing me up. We'll try and follow the tree line to about right here. Okay, and I think we can go to about right there, and then we'll come straight right there. There we go. Let's destroy some of these trees because they're just gonna get, you know, polluted anyways. All right. So let's get our landfill. Now, the one thing we do run risk of in this situation is, well, one, we've made this a main road. So any other road that's going to come out this way is going to need to split off of here. Probably change up the junction system, and we'll have that road like continue right through here or something like that. Two, garbage trucks, which I think we could change into a large garbage truck. I don't think it makes a difference. It's going to take a little while for them to get out here into the city, so that's why it's important to get it done right away. We're gonna start seeing some of these garbage trucks go out, and if we look at their path, yeah, there we go. So they're gonna get there. It's just gonna take a little while, and we are gonna cause some issues in our temporary dirty industry area because of just how this is gonna work out. But in the future, I can definitely see us moving some of this dirty industry. Forgot water. So it's not a joke. Like it is a joke, but it's just. The reality is I always forget water. So, okay, then the next thing we need is healthcare. Now, healthcare, though, is $10,000. So you got to make sure that you actually have enough. So what I like doing is getting the garbage in first, and then pushing for the next milestone, which is 950 people. So the thing is, though, I'm kind of running out of time in this episode. So what we'll do here... I think right here is a good opportunity, although I don't want to mess up this nice junction, but this is a great spot to cut right across. So we'll go at a 90-degree angle from this road here. Just like that. There we go. And then we'll come right through here. I think we can get a connection right there. I don't mind, but what I'm not going to do is connect it up onto that side. Now, we don't have landscaping tools unlocked, so I can't use a fence right here, and that would help us get proper zoning in this area. So I'm sure another builder would come along and fix this up a little bit, because a lot of what I'm doing today is definitely, you know, temporary, especially when it comes to the main road and all the main kind of roads through the area. Hopefully that covers everyone. So let's focus on more of this in this modern area. I think we could probably... So I think right about here is probably the limit. Okay, that works. And I can get these roads right through here. Whoops. Yeah, that works. And this one's gonna come down. And maybe we bridge across here as well. So I'm just gonna do that. And we'll come out to about there. Have a bit of an interesting pathway or something like that. And I could definitely see us getting a bit of a road right through there, and then maybe right down. And I think we're probably good in that case. See us maybe getting a road from here around or something like that at some point. Or, you know, from here we could come right across and in. That could be neat. I don't want to do too much though without you know, a lot of the other builders seeing. But I think that could, you know, be useful. Plus we kind of have a bit of a connection potential right here between these three roads. This road right through here could definitely connect up. This could be like a nice park or something like that. Okay, so we've given ourselves lots of space to zone in. That is amazing. Okay, so we'll just do that. And then we'll be a little bit picky over here. It's always good to be a little bit picky. Zone this up. And, oh, you know what? I remembered water this time. But I just didn't do it in advance. So there we go. We might not get all of that, so we'll just do that. Hopefully we get all of that. And I don't think we're going to put housing on this side. We might just wait and see. So let's see how that does. Hopefully that gets us to level 2 at least. And then I'm going to have to call it. So yeah, I guess I only got to level 2, so we didn't get to the 3rd level. That's okay. And we're going to get fire and police. So these fire and police are going to jump over the priority list of anything that we forgot over here. So like a medical clinic, for example, we should probably have gotten in. And I think we have the money, but I'm definitely gonna wait and see, make sure we get fire and police, because they definitely have priority in my eye. So let's just continue kind of zoning up a little bit and just kind of planning out some of the road network. I could definitely see this one curving in to about here. And then this could be like a park or a square or something like that. And then bring this one down. Oh, that's too perfect. I definitely can't connect that though. Okay, let's bring this one down. Just going to bring it to about here, just temporarily. I think that could work. Let's do something like this. Wait for these to zone up, and then we can get some more houses on the other side. Okay, so we definitely have some more industry demand. That is always good to hear. So what we'll do is we're just going to continue with our little bit of a grid. Bring this out. Pause. Hey, Worthy Village. Okay, so there we go. We got Worthy Village, which we unlock, you know, a new tile, even though we've already got them all districts, which I'm going to use right now. We get some policies in here, and we get some industry specialization, which is really nice. I'm not going to touch any of this today because I've definitely run out of time, but police and fire is something we need desperately, so I'm just going to finish up cleaning up this grid. Oops. Cooper Road here. Let's bring it out to about there, and then we'll bring this one to there, and we can probably get a connection like that, and this can go away, and then there we go. Get some more industry in here. Okay, fantastic. So that is good for that. Now let's plan out fire and police. Now, why does fire take priority over healthcare? Well, our city is definitely going to keep growing no matter what at this stage, but fire destroys buildings, and at this stage in the game, I think it's a bit more important to get this in place first, people also require police services early in this game. Oh, forgot water, of course. So, I think fire is probably the first priority after garbage, because just the way the game kind of has this kind of set up. Now, where do you want to place your fire? Well, I like to place them at accessible locations, but not on a main road here. So we're on a main road here. We're in a residential zone over on this side. This is the commercial zone, so I'm thinking on this side. I don't want to place it there. I'm thinking this road is probably going to be our best bet. So maybe right in here. I'm going to see if I can place it at a cool angle like that. See how that kind of looks. Yeah, that looks really cool. I could see once these roads are leveled up, that would look really nice. And we could definitely pull it back as well if we do decide to expand this road, which, you know, the city is kind of planned for. All of this is temporary. I could definitely see this getting expanded upon in the future. And this would be a simple little move and then move back. And then the police, let's go with an older police station. I keep trying to turn off this view. Now the police station I think would be really nice right here, just like that. So let's pause the game. I'm gonna go into zoning here. Let's turn off the zoning around that. And then here as well, I could see us kind of detailing this up a little bit, get a path right behind here, something like that. Yeah, that could be nice. A little bit of an older police station. Okay, so districts, and then we're done. So districts, what are districts really used for? Well, you know, I like to use them for a couple of reasons. One, around the industry area, because the Linden district, well, I think we're gonna call it. Well, you know what? We can leave it for someone else to name, or, you know, if you have a name suggestion for our industry area, you know, just let me know. But so I don't think this town is really the main town of the city, so I'm gonna name it myself. And what we have over here, right through here, I think this is a cute little town. Yeah, so the district over the industry area, because you can set specific policies. And right through here. And then I think the town could go all the way out into here, into this bay, probably an original harbor for the city. If the city is a historical city, I think this would be like a natural harbor for a town. And I think we said it was going to go all the way out into this area. And of course, any future member of the crew can revise and change this district up. But this is just a rough kind of outline. I could see this being a different town, especially since we already kind of have some of these roads planned. But this original kind of town and landing, I'm going to name it, oops, Kevin's Landing. Now, why Kevin's Landing? Well, Kevin is my dog, and he's very cute. And I thought I should name the town after him. We're just going to leave it at the default style for now. If any builder wants to change it up, they can. What policies do we have available? Not much. We have the smoke detector distribution, which is, you know, very good. It does cost some money, so I'm not going to kind of put anyone in, pigeonhole anyone with that regard. So I'm just going to name the town. We got Kevin's Landing over here. Very cute. We actually didn't build up the landing part, but that's okay. We have this area over here for maybe a school on this side, probably a park. That would be really nice over here, and definitely areas that can be added onto and revised. We have left Joy with you know, some residential demand. It looks like we're going to, you know, have enough. I'm just gonna let this probably sim out a little bit just to make sure that there is enough demand. Everything's filled in, and, you know, we have some industry demand, we have some commercial demand. We've left Joy at the Worthy Village stage, and we're almost at Tiny Town. So I'm gonna pass it off before we get to Tiny Town, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, folks. If you did, please leave a like down below, and make sure to leave any comments or suggestions in the comment box. Let me know what you think. I hope you liked it. You know, make sure you subscribe to all other members of Skyline 6 and the crew, and we'll catch you next time, either in Fort Prairie which the next episode will be out tomorrow, or, you know, back in Kevin's Landing in the map Morato by Corinna. So I hope you liked today's episode, folks. Peace out.